We're going to talk about social media profiles, which ones you need, which ones you don't, and which ones, quite frankly, that you need to put a little bit of attention into. So we'll kind of go through each one a little bit here, and the purpose of this video is to kind of show and display and share what types of things you want to do to get your brand off the ground. And by the way, guys, if you like this video, please click the link below, like it, share it, show your friends, laugh at it. I don't care, but definitely we love to hear your participation, and anything that you can do that or any questions that you may have, please post them underneath here. So starting off with everybody's favorite social media platform, Facebook. So with Facebook, you really want to run a company page with that. So if you're in the construction industry, even if you're just a one-man show, I strongly suggest that you go ahead and make that company page, get it out of the way, and start using that as a means to interact with folks and do things in your community. So doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're an HVAC contractor, a general contractor, a roofer, a remodeler. It makes no difference. Go ahead and make that Facebook company page. It is very easy. There are lots of resources online to get you to give you help with that. Just Google how to make a Facebook page and follow the prompts. It's very simple. Here's the pieces that are not so simple when it comes to creating a Facebook page. So the first thing is we want to use your logo. So make sure your logo is square. So if you have a rectangular logo, you definitely want to get at least one rendition of where the logo is a square so that it fits in that space. And then the next thing that you want to do is develop a banner image. So Facebook is, it's Facebook. I don't want to bite the hand that feeds, but it's Facebook. I mean, since we've been working, it's changed its interface dozens of times. I'm not exaggerating. And it changes its rules every day. So today is March 30th, 2021. And by the time you're seeing this, there's a certain likelihood that what I'm about to say is going to change again. It's just the way the world is. You got to keep adapting to it. But one of the pieces about a banner photo is that a banner photo size is different now on desktop than mobile. This was changed at the beginning of the year. And so the desktop specifications for a Facebook page banner image are 820 by 312 pixels. 820 by 312 pixels. So it looks a little wider and it's kind of short. Now a mobile banner image on the other end is 640 by 360. And so what does this mean? It means that it is more condensed this way and longer this way. So the purpose is that you definitely want to be very careful with your spacing. I've seen a lot of companies right now that are using the old spacing that was before 2021, and naturally their stuff just looks like it's out of size, out of date. So be sure that your banner image is updated appropriately. This is one of those things that's extraordinarily easy to do. Now, what types of stuff should go in a banner photo? Well, ideally, it's photos of you on your job, photos of your business, photos of your office if you have one. And ultimately, when somebody looks at a banner image, I want you to be able to answer one question. What do I do? So if you are a roofer, I want to see a lot of roofs. If you're an HVAC contractor, I want to see a whole lot of air conditioning units and air conditioning things put in. Electricians, same thing. Let's work in a fuse box, something like that. But we want to communicate what we do. It's okay to use things like having your brand logo in there, or photos of your family, stuff like that, to make it a little bit more homey appealing. But you definitely want to be able to answer the question, what do I do for a living? And that's what the purpose of a company page is. Instagram is optional. Facebook is not optional. Facebook is required. Instagram is optional. Instagram is more meant to be a sharing tool. It is a social media platform where people can send each other things, stay in the loop with things. I have seen certain contractors do exceptionally well with it just because they communicate with their populace. All that you really need for Instagram is a logo. And most of the content that I suggest that you place up will share on both Facebook and Instagram. So just by connecting that slider, it's something where you can have two platforms to serve as your marketing tools virtually effortlessly with that. Instagram is optional. Facebook is required. Next up, and this is the one where I see a ton of contractors not be on. I have no idea why. It's free. Definitely something you should be a part of. I would consider it required, but Nextdoor. Nextdoor is it's an up and coming platform. It's humongous at the moment. In fact, at the beginning of this year, there were over 200,000 neighbors. That means users in Nextdoor language on the platform. So chances are your neighbors are on it right now, looking for stuff. And it's meant to be like a neighborhood community watch type of a program. Not huge in all areas, but if you live in an urban area, you better bet you have opportunities available to you on Nextdoor. I would suggest getting ahead of the curve on Nextdoor, filling in your profile details, and getting an account on that. Nextdoor, required. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very interesting platform. LinkedIn is the B2B social media platform. So if you want to get commercial jobs, you better be on LinkedIn. That's just the digs. If you want to work for companies, if you want to have recurring contracts with businesses, you got to be on LinkedIn. It's just the simple. There's no two ways about it with that. Again, profile photo. Use your logo. Again, logo has to be the size on LinkedIn is 300 by 300. It is a square. And make sure that your logo is centered enough to where when the LinkedIn thing zooms in, we can see all of your logo. That will serve just fine as far as your logo is concerned. And by the way, just like with Facebook, remember to make a company page on LinkedIn. So it's not good enough to just have your own thing. Even if you are a one-man show, let's definitely make this something where people can see and respond and respect your brand professionally and get those recommendations in as well. LinkedIn's banner image size is a weird one. I have no idea why they came up with this size, but it is the size. It is 1,128 by 191 pixels is the size for the banner photo. I don't know why it's that size. Again, there are lots and lots and lots of tools on the internet that you can do to design these things. They don't have to be professionally done. But ideally, once again, they're answering that same question of, what do I do for a living? If you're an electrician, put some electricity on there. Put some fuse boxes and panels on there. If you work in AC, let's put some AC units on there. Heating, same thing, all the above. So those pretty much sum up your social media platforms with that. Next up, let's talk website.